Hey guys, it's 2Pro or Adam. Welcome back to another BO4 Zombies video, and today I'll be going over all of the new Zombies content, or not Zombies content, but the content added in with the Operation Spectre Rising, I think it's called, event. And there's a lot of stuff in there that is available in Zombies. So this update actually ended up being pretty awesome for Zombies. Again, no factions, but still, this content is pretty awesome. The first new thing that I think is really exciting is the Afterlife reactive camo. And for those of you that don't know why this is so hype, it's because this is actually from Black Ops 2. It's pretty much the Mob of the Dead camo, except it's blue. Now, this is a reactive camo, so it does have different stages. There are a total of, I guess, 4 stages. They kind of change colors, and the final stage is pretty much the Mob of the Dead or the Shadows of Evil camo. Now, as epic as this is, there is a bit of a catch. So since the Afterlife camo is in reserves, it's not in the contraband stream, it's not in Blackjack shop, you have to open those damn reserve crates or the supply drops and try to get this camo. Now, I thought that since this is a reactive camo, you unlock it once and it's unlocked for every single gun in the game. No, I was wrong. You have to unlock this for every single weapon. So there goes my hopes of having the Afterlife camo on all my guns, or figuring out which gun looks the best with this camo. I unlocked it for the Spitfire, as you guys can see in the gameplay. Personally, I just don't think this camo looks all that great on the Spitfire. It doesn't cover the entire gun, and there's a lot of reactive camos in this game that look good on some guns, bad on others, so I can't really write this off right now. It does look okay-ish. It's not the best reactive camo. It's definitely not as good as the Black Ops 2 version, and maybe some of you have this thing unlocked for other guns, so let me know in the comment section below what gun this looks the best on. So next up, I want to go over the new LMG called the TIGERSHARK. Definitely an interesting name. This is the first new LMG we've had so far in BO4, and LMGs and zombies are pretty good. The only LMG that's not great is the VKM, and then the Titans, you know, okay-ish as well. But besides the VKM, everything else is pretty damn good, and the TIGERSHARK, it fits right in. Is it the best LMG? Definitely not. I don't think it's as good as the Hades or the Zweihander, but this thing is definitely better than the Titan and the VKM. And for an LMG in the mid-20s here in BO4 Zombies, it was doing pretty damn well. Now, this is kind of an obvious statement, but it's a lot better with a Deadshot Dealer. I think a lot of guns are better when you get headshots, but this thing is like a lot better with Deadshot Dealer. I found without Deadshot, and I was going for the body shots, it kind of felt like the Titan, but as soon as I had Deadshot on, this thing was just absolutely wrecking. And one really cool thing about this gun, it has an operator mod. Now, I don't know what the operator mod does. Again, I don't have this gun unlocked. I do not want to pay 50 bucks for all those tiers. I'll unlock them as I play, but it does have an operator mod called Burst Rush. I'm assuming it turns this thing into a burst LMG. The last thing, this thing has a ton of ammo, which is awesome. Reload is also pretty quick. It kind of reminds me of an LMG / an assault rifle hybrid, but overall, this is one of the better DLC guns we've had so far here in BO4. The next thing we have are the death effects, and this has to be my favorite thing with this update, at least, you know, right now. We still have more to come in the future, but right now, these death effects are really, really cool. I love them in Zombies, and on top of that, it's kind of cool that it's in Blackouts and in MP as well. So the one you're seeing right now is called Make It Rain. So when you kill somebody, a bunch of money comes out, a bunch of coins, gold coins, pretty much those gold coins from the Shamrock and Awe event. So it's really cool because it has a sound as well when you get headshots and things like that. When you're doing damage, you know you're killing zombies. It can be a little bit distracting, but it's just really cool to see, and Make It Rain is probably my favorite one so far. I'll go over the other two, but here's another problem with the reserves. Just like the Afterlife camo, you have to unlock these death effects for every single weapon individually. It's just absolutely absurd. Right now, there are 3 death effects in a game, and you gotta unlock each one for every single weapon. Again, I will probably never ever do that because that's an insane amount of weapons you have to go through. But oh well, at least I can use it on my Hades, and again, this one right now is my favorite. Let's go over the other 2. So the next one that I have is the surprise party death effects. This one is my second favorite one so far. It's pretty much a bunch of confetti, a bunch of like streamers. It's just really colorful, and I'm actually really lucky that I got one of each. Or I guess I'm not lucky because there's like a billion of these things in the reserves. But yeah, I got one of each death effects on different weapons. So yeah, this one, I love it. The thing I like the most about this one is the headshot sound. It's the sound of a balloon popping. And again, I love that about these things because you can actually hear and you know when you're getting headshots. So yeah, this one is really awesome as well. The last death effect is the pyrotechnic one. This one I got for the Koshka and the SDM. Surprise, 2 snipers. And this one is hands down my least favorite one so far because it's not really that noticeable. And this one is pretty much just fireworks and lights, or I think it's just fireworks. But yeah, it's not noticeable compared to the other ones. You can still kind of hear those firecrackers or those fireworks going off, especially when you get the kill, but when you do damage, it's almost like nothing happens. With the other 2, when you do damage, you can kind of see the confetti coming out or the coins or the money. This one is, you know, kind of invisible, but still, I absolutely love these death effects, and I cannot wait to see what they do in the future. So to finish off the video, I want to go over some of the smaller changes they made to zombies, which I think are really awesome changes. These are more like quality of life changes, and I'll have some gameplay of the new Dead of the Night gauntlet in the background. So the first big change is the classic elixir restock. Pretty much what happens here if you're using one of the elixirs that you have to spend plasma on, so a common, rare, legendary, or epic elixir, and you run out of that elixir mid-game, it instantly gets restocked with a classic elixir. One awesome thing also is if you're playing co-op and you run out of an elixir, you have a much higher chance of getting a, you know, team-friendly elixir like Nowhere But There. I absolutely love this change. It's a fantastic change because why have an empty slot when you have all these classic elixirs? So the next thing is surrounding the mystery box, and the mystery box, in my opinion, has needed some tuning for a long time now. These 2 changes are fantastic. The first one is removed some of the wall buy weapons from the mystery box. This is great because with all these new DLC guns on every single map, there's just way too many guns in the box. Wall guns do not need to be there because they're on the wall. So there does not need to be absolutely every single wall gun in the box. The next change is prevented duplicates occurring in consecutive mystery box pulls. This happens to me so many times where I get the same gun like 5 times in 10 pulls, so that is fantastic. And the last thing they did is they reorganized the mystery box probabilities by weapon tier, so just kind of like the rates of getting certain guns has been changed. Overall, these are some great changes to the box. Last thing that I think is worth mentioning is the changes made to Winter's Whale. They really need to go in and make some changes to a lot of perks. or perk modifiers here in BO4. Winter's Whale is honestly trash, and it got a decent update. There are a couple of things that I think are really worth mentioning. The first one is with the max ammo, it will, completely recharge, which is pretty awesome. The next thing is you will gain 1 charge every 60 seconds, which is also good. Increased base minimum charges to 3. Modifiers change it to 4. It's still not good enough to put Winter's Whale as a modifier, but hey, it's a step in the right direction, but I'll probably still never use it. So there's still a bunch of other things they changed that I just didn't mention in the video. So if you want to see all of the patch notes, I will link it in the description. And besides that, guys, I think this was a pretty good update. Again, I'm kind of mad there's no factions and no mention of factions, but overall for zombies, this is one of the better updates we've gotten so far. Besides that, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.